Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 12 of the VALPRO, Valkyrie Pro Wrestling Series. Now, today we've actually got our final event, or final pay-per-view, if you will, of the year 2020. So, as you can see here, it does say that we don't have a season finale planned. So I think what I want to do is change Summer Sizzler to be our season finale. Obviously, it's not going to really have too much of an impact right now, seeing as we're currently, we're we're an insignificant size company is what I'm trying to say, and basically, our storylines are basically going to continue to run. So the whole point of a season finale is to let your storylines, I guess, come to a culmination, and I guess a big ending would kind of be what you want at a season finale. Like I said, for us, not really too special, doesn't really have any sort of significance itself. But I also wanted to talk about our popularity. Now, I went over it briefly at the end of last episode, but we are at 15 popularity, and we could potentially be going up to tiny size, by the end of the episode. If we do get that 2-point increase, which does seem to come every sort of 2 or 3 months, then we could shoot up to 17 popularity and then, go up in size as well. And then finally, the last thing to talk about, the finances. As you can see, we are still losing about 16,000, maybe closer to 17,000 per month. But as you can see, the sponsor money is going up quite a bit. So that's something to take into consideration. But again, we're going to continue to have the dojo costs. However, in the next episode, we could potentially have our first dojo graduates, which I'm really looking forward to. The financial side of things, like I said, we kind of have maybe some workaround room with it. Obviously, at the moment, we're doing free tickets. Like I said, once we go into debt, then I'll probably, or once we're about to go into debt, so we probably have about 2 more months. This month, and then January as well. We'll go back to normal tickets after that and sort of see how much income we are generating from ticket sales, from attendance revenue. And if normal's not enough, then I think we'll go up to premium, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, for now, we're sticking to free ticket price because we just want to get up to that 17 popularity and go up in size. Anyway, I feel like I've got a pretty good main event in my mind for this show here, for Summer Sizzler. We're going to go pretty big with it. It's going to be a fatal 4-way match. We also have Ruby Reese here being brought before Wrestlers Court. Accused of being absorbed by her phone when she should have been paying attention to a locker room meeting. And the judge, Debbie Rose, found her guilty. And apparently she has to buy a crate of beer for the locker room. Anyway, small positive impact there for Ruby Reese, so I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Now, as you can see, we also now have Ruby Reese and Black Diamond. They have some tension. Apparently Ruby was almost injured by a botched move by Black Diamond. So not only do we have Hashimoto and Woodchuck, but we've now got Ruby Reese and Black Diamond. So I don't think I actually did one last episode, but let's try some positive meddling. It's not going to work. And we're probably going to be fighting that for the next, few episodes at least. Anyway, we're going to stick in Sydney, as you would expect. Unfortunate to see the economy and the wrestling industry falling. They're still at relatively good levels at the moment. But if they both fall to zero, we could be in a little bit of trouble. We're already in big financial trouble at the moment. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Anyway, main event, we are going to go with Kate Lilly, Atsuko Ariyoshi, of course our current World Heavyweight Champion. We're going to go with Thea Davis and Yu Hashimoto. Now I did book Hashimoto to be the #1 contender in that last episode. So she will get an individual title shot against whoever is the champion going forward. But it is probably not going to be her that wins it here tonight. And just to throw a bit of a swerve ball at you, we are going to crown a new champion. I'm really, really curious to see how this match is going to do. But it's going to be the end shall we say, for Atsuko Ariyoshi. All right, I think the other matches we might just go with singles matches because we've kind of used all of our best workers. I would like to have Debbie take on Calliope. I think that'd be a pretty good steal the show match. So let's do that. And I think I want Calliope to win. Yeah, I know Debbie actually has really good popularity at the moment, but we need to book Calliope a little bit stronger. Between her and Thea, they're kind of our two only face sort of main event. Wouldn't even call them main event talent. They're, I guess, upper mid card talent. We do of course have what's her name? Christy. Yeah, we do have Christy as well, who's very talented. But she has an awful gimmick, which really sucks because she basically just gets penalized for every match that she's actually in. So yeah, it's just really unfortunate. I think we actually will go a tag team match here. We're only going to have the 3 matches on the card, purely for the fact that, you know, the main event's going to go for 30 minutes. We're really giving them some decent time. Anyway, I think let's have Christy and Ruby team up to take on Purple Viper and maybe Ray Chikanatsu. Yeah, let's go Purple Viper and Ray. Again, we'll give it 12 minutes. We might have to lower the match times there as well. But we're going to give Purple Viper the victory here as well. We'll make it a tainted victory. Can we make it a tainted victory? I don't think we can with our product, now that I think about it. So we'll go decisive. We'll go decisive. There we go. So I think the tag match will go first. Steal the show can be this one, like I said. I think that's pretty good. And of course we've got angles as well, but I think we do have enough time to do an 8-minute and a 6-minute. So let's go for Atsuko. I mean, she's pretty much guaranteed a really good rating. So Atsuko can go there, and then I guess we'll go a 6-minute angle for maybe Debbie or Purple Viper, potentially. I mean, Debbie's a little bit low on the entertainment skills. I know Calliope's really good at it. Well, not really good, but better than most, shall we say. I really just need her psychology to get up there. If her psychology gets up there, she'll easily be one of our best talents. Yeah. You know what? Considering Calliope's actually winning that match, let's give her the angle. We will script it, and of course it can only be 6 minutes long, but I kind of like that. And then I guess to kick things off, we'll work the crowd with our tag team match here. So overall, I think that's actually a pretty good show, although we are overusing a lot of people. Okay, seeing as that's the case, let's lower this down to 25. And does that fix our problems? No, Thea is still being used far too much. Thea's the only face in that match. Obviously, it's because of her current push, which really is quite frustrating. I'm pretty sure like all of our main eventers are our major stars and well, we don't have any major stars, but we have some stars. We have 1 star, sorry. I guess everybody else is well known. Yeah, and they're literally all heels. I can't believe Rekka is well known. It's pretty much everybody with over 10 popularity at the moment, or so it appears to be. And unfortunately, everybody else is recognizable. I figured this might have been a bit of a problem. Wonder how far we would have to go down to actually get her not to be overused. It appears like, I mean, even a 20-minute match looks like it might be overusing. You know what? I'm just gonna stick with it. We're gonna go 25. Should I just go 30? I'm just gonna go 30. It is what it is. We're overusing her, but at this point, I kind of just want the show to be how I want it to be. And I feel like a 30-minute match without product is probably more suited. And hopefully it might outweigh the... although she is being used far too much. Alright, I take back what I said. Is 25, is it just overuse? No, she's still being used far too much. Okay. Alright, so I guess we can go maybe 22 or 23. No, 22. Alright, so 22 minutes for the main event. I mean, seeing as that's the case, I might actually give this match here an extra couple. We might actually go, let's go all out. It's a bit of a risk. But hopefully the consistency will be good enough. Yeah, I mean, she's got really good consistency for Calliope. So let's go with that. I mean, we can essentially go another angle. I mean, could I go Purple Viper and Rei Chikanatsu? No, Rei's pretty bad. What about the other team? Christy. Christy's really good on the microphone there. And Ruby, not so much. Okay, well, I don't really know what to do. Let's give that an extra minute there, and that's 70 minutes, so let's run the show there. Alright, so we start things off with a 42 rated tag team match, where we have Purple Viper and Rei Chikanatsu defeating Christy Higgins and Ruby Reese in 12:50, when Purple Viper pinned Ruby Reese with a Viper Bite. And obviously, Ruby was the weak link in the match, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's primarily due to her morale issues as well. Let's have a look at the penalties here real quick. Yeah, so both, well, we had 3 bad gimmicks in this match. We had Christy, she's got an awful gimmick. And we had Ruby. Ruby was penalized 4 times for being inexperienced, having poor momentum, low morale, and a poor gimmick. And then we had Purple Viper penalized for a poor gimmick as well. Pretty bad. That's a lot of penalties there, especially for Ruby. I mean, we really need to not only... Well, we need to fix her momentum, which is incredibly difficult, but we do have storylines, so it can help a little bit if we were to use her in angles for success, which is something I might have to think about. Anyway, we then move into a 40 rated angle for Calliope Woodchuck, which I think is actually pretty good. From what I remember, most of her other angles were below 40, so they were yellow in the mid 30 range, like 36, 35. So that actually looks pretty decent for her. And I think she'll probably be the second challenger if we push her properly, because of course Hashimoto will have the first bite at the title. But we do move into her match, getting a 44 rating there, where we have Calliope Woodchuck defeating Debbie Rose in 13:36 by pinfall with a La Magistral Cradle. Yeah, La Magistral. Be nice if she had a less of a sort of luchador finisher and more of a, I guess, New Zealander, Kiwi type of finisher. Anyway, it's been a long time since we've actually seen this sort of pop up, because essentially it's been a long time since Calliope's actually won a match. But yeah, I mean, she was okay. 33 is not that bad. At the same time, it's not exactly good either. And we had Debbie Rose with a 43 in-ring performance there as well. But as you can see, Calliope has a strong connection with the young female demographic. So we should really, capitalize on that if we can. Anyway, we then move into a pretty bad angle. Interesting. We have Atsuko Ariyoshi only getting a 38 rated angle here. Interesting. I kind of thought that she would be a little bit better, if I'm being honest. Of course, it's like, it's Atsuko. I mean, we would expect her to be firing on all cylinders, really. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm not too happy about that, really. Anyway, the main event does really well. I think that's our 3rd best match of the series so far. We get a 60 rated main event here, for our fatal four-way for the World Heavyweight title. And we do have Kate Lilly defeating Atsuko Ariyoshi, Thea Davis, and Yu Hashimoto in 22 minutes, 23 seconds, when Kate Lilly pinned Yu Hashimoto with a Lilly launch pad. And we have Kate Lilly winning the VALPRO World Heavyweight title. New champion. New champion. And of course, Atsuko head and shoulders above everybody else. Thea Davis being the weak link. And of course, we did overuse her in the match as well. So we'll see if we get an overall show penalty. We probably will, now that I think about it. But anyway, that's a really good main event. I'm pretty happy with that. Just not happy with the sort of pre-main event angle, if I'm being honest. Anyway, finish the show. We get a 55. We don't actually get a penalty, though, for overusing. So that's actually interesting. I think, is that because we're still insignificant size? I really don't know. But we were definitely overusing Thea. So that's pretty interesting. But a 55 overall show rating is very, very good. Now, I do want to do a bit of praising. So Ruby needs to be praised because she has morale issues. Let's encourage Calliope, and let's praise Yu Hashimoto as well. Okay, I like that. I feel like that was actually a pretty good show, considering. A nice way to finish off the first year here with a new champion in Kate Lilly, who, like I said, for maybe the last 5 or so episodes, she's really impressed me. Anyway, we actually have the Fateful Eight coming up, which is, of course, our tournament, our knockout tournament, which is it's essentially the top 8 contenders, or top 7 contenders, plus one sort of youth prospect. But obviously, at the moment, we don't really have that much talent. So it'll be basically the top 8 workers that I would like to be in the tournament. So make sure you check that one out. Unfortunately, we didn't go up in size, which sucks a little bit. But then again, we're going to go up to, tiny size for the Fateful Eight. And it's, of course, going to be the first show there in 2021. So that's pretty cool in its own right. I was just hoping that we might be able to sneak it in this first episode, in this first year of the series. We've also got a lot more morale issues now as well. Yeah, maybe because we made that our season finale, I think these girls might be pretty upset. Yeah, so both Rekka and Joyrider are both upset now. They both have bad morale issues. Considering we only left them off one show, but I guess it has higher importance, maybe, being a season finale. Anyway, let's take a quick look here. So Summer Sizzler was actually our second best ever show, actually beating out Refuse to Lose. And yeah, like I said, that was our third best match, because I did remember Atsuko and Thea doing pretty good work. So third best match in the series so far. And yeah, a new champion. Pretty happy with that. Let's check out a little bit of popularity here. So Atsuko finds herself on 15 popularity now, which is up 2 points despite losing the title. Don't really understand that one. And then let's check out Kate. So Kate's only on 13 popularity, which is only up 1 point. So I have no idea how that has just happened. Obviously, I'm assuming it has something to do with the angle that we gave Atsuko. So I guess maybe she got 1 point for the angle, and then maybe 1 point for the match itself, considering how good the match actually was. And then obviously Kate just gained 1 point for winning the match. Let's actually have a look at Thea. So Thea's still on 10, which is the same she was already on. And Hashimoto is on 13, which is also up 1 point. That's pretty interesting as well. Kind of annoying that Thea didn't go up in popularity there. I really need to try and push her as well. Thea and Calliope, they're going to be pushed pretty well going forward. Anyway, let's have a look at the world title here. 32 prestige, and of course our new champion Kate Lilly there. So yeah, I mean Atsuko only had 3 defenses. despite holding the title for essentially 9 months, which is actually pretty frustrating because I wanted her to be like one of our strongest champions. She held the belt for a long time, but again, there were periods where she missed 1 or 2 shows due to her involvement with 5-star. Anyway, that's going to wrap up the episode, guys. Please make sure you smash a like on the video. Greatly appreciate it. And of course, subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on if you haven't done so already. Apart from that, take it easy and goodbye.